Hello and welcome to another episode of Fossiliferous. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've been out on the beach, certainly on the Yorkshire coast, so apologies, no videos, but I'm back now, and hopefully I'll try and get regular content uploads for you. A bit more difficult in winter because the evenings draw in a bit quicker. Don't have as many opportunities to get out, but here I am. So come somewhere a bit different today. Come to the Holderness coast in East Yorkshire. So this is quite far south. I come to Hompton, so it's just south of Withensea, and let's see if we can find some glacial erratics. So this area is there's the ditch, just going over the bridge here. So yeah, this area is where we get a lot of glacial erratics. So it was formed, well, the glaciers receded 19,000 years ago, and all the clay cliffs and what was left. So I've got the fossil dog with me today, seems very happy. We're going to make our way to the beach and see how much it's changed in 12 months, because it's probably about 12 months since I was here. The tide looks quite high in actually. So high tide was about 2 hours ago. Hopefully we're not going to be waiting too long to get anywhere. Yeah, there we go. So, not much to see. Looks to be a few rocks over that side. Might go have a little look over there first before going down the other side of the beach towards Dimlinton Cliffs. So yeah, it's the fastest eroding beaches or cliffs in Britain, I think, pretty much these. It's because the glacial till is so soft, and obviously, as you can see, the cliffs are not particularly very high. It is quite a high tide today. There's just had the big moon, full moon in the sky last few days. So, don't fall over the cliff, that would be most embarrassing. Looks like we might be getting down here. Come on then. Ooh, slippy, but easy. Haha, and we're down. Quite an easy descent. Yeah. On the beach. Oh, dog appears to want to get wet. There we go. Happy now. So yeah, we'll have a little look, see what we can see going this way for a little bit towards Withensea, and then I'll turn around and head towards Dimlinton, I think. I just want to have a look through these little rock piles here first. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find when you come to Holderness. Very much pot luck. It could be fantastic. It probably won't be fantastic. But sometimes you just have one of those fantastic days where you find loads of stuff. Yeah, so we got some pebbles. And the thing about the Holderness is it's all derived material, so it's come from all over the place. Probably a lot of this probably came from offshore, Doggerland. Again, the glaciers will have pushed the material up this way. So we get rocks from all over the place. You get rocks from Norway on here and all sorts of places. Lovely piece of coral there. Look at that. It's got a big coral polyp in the middle there, surrounded by other little corals. Quite nice, but I'm not going to collect that one. Always nice to make a find early on, and then you know you've actually got something. Right. Oh, more corals. Yeah, that's quite a nice block. These do actually polish up really nice. Oh, dropping it again though. Not collecting corals just yet. Maybe if it's a really bad day, we'll see. Yeah, so look through the rocks and see if we can find anything good. Another fossil find here. These are quite common on the Holderness coast. So it's a piece of crinoid stem. So this block's probably full of little bits of crinoid. Yeah, you see them, they're like little mouths, quite funny. Yeah. But yeah, so far no particularly big finds. There's a big Jurassic oyster there. Look, that's probably from the Oxfordian. That actually, looking at that. So yeah, big Gryphia dilatata, I think. That would have been a beast, but it's quite worn. So yeah, there's always lots of fossily material, but finding something nice is usually difficult. And that's just a big crush of shells. So the Hildoceras blocks are from quite low down in the Jurassic, from the early Cinemurian. So you do find lots of that material around here, but finding a nice block with arnies in usually quite difficult. But yeah, I think this is more small pebbles that seem to have been writhed up this section, which can get dacks and various things in there, smaller ammonites, but it's not the big blocks that we want for Hildoceras. But let's keep on looking. I'm going to walk probably towards where that section over there's like a little bit of a stream section, and I'll turn round and we'll head back along the other way. And plenty of signs of small fossils and little shells, but really just got to get lucky. That's it with the Holderness. You've got to be lucky. You've got to be here. You've got to do the walking. You've got to check all the rocks, and yeah, eventually you will find good stuff. But it isn't easy. Definitely not. Yeah, probably end up putting about 10 miles in today, I would have thought. If not a little bit longer. We'll see. All depends on how much time we've got. But plenty of time, actually. You know, tide's only just going out. It's a couple of hours after high tide down here, so could be okay. I think I'll get tired before the tide bothers me. I'm getting a few more rocks now. They're still all quite small. That's one thing about the sea, it's a very good sorter of material. It tends to sort out all the rocks to be a similar weight and density, and spreads them on the beach accordingly. So, a piece of coral there, look. Not going to collect it just yet. Quite often, if there's big polyps, they're quite nice to collect, and they'll cut and polish quite nicely. So, yeah. I'll keep looking through these rocks and get back to you when I find something interesting. Usually just about as I turn the camera off. And we got the first devil's toenail of the day. Just there, look. It's not a bad one actually, but again, I'm not collecting these. I've got plenty and it's a little bit sea rolled, but nice to see. I'll put it on that mud over there. Shell block. Yeah. Well, quite small rocks unfortunately so far. Nothing showing too many ammonites in it. It's a bit of a shelly block there. Again, you can see like a shell layer, but no ammonites in it, so move on. Yeah, found the first ammonite of the day here. Can you see it? Just down here, look, you can see the keel. That is a little dac. It should have a centre, but it's probably one to give a little tap to, see if it's all there. That's, yeah, likelihood it would have been bigger. So yeah, it's just whether there's a centre in there or not. But first ammonite of the day, which is good. So we'll keep on looking through these rocks. Right, let's see if there's a middle in this. Could go catastrophically wrong, but it is only a little dac. If it does break, I'm not going to worry too much. And there we go, it has broken. Oh, but it has got a little middle. So you can see there it is actually reasonably complete. So yeah, I'll take that little middle, can't be too bad. Shouldn't be too picky, should we?
Right, what I'm doing here is there are inner spines. I'm trying to prepare around them without damaging them, but this rock is extremely hard. The only way I can do it is a dental drill, and that'll probably only work on the larger ones. These ones, when we get down here, are minute. I don't think we're going to be able to save them. The bigger ones will be fine, but the really small, some of these. I mean, look at that little dot there. That little dot, that's a spine. As I suspected, this rock is that hard, there's no way I'm going to get these fine spines out. If this had been softer, I could possibly have ground round and then actually exposed them with the air abrasive, but waste of time really with this. It's just way too hard. Slight off step in the shell here as well. I don't know whether the preservation's caused that or the shell's actually broken, twisted a bit. I think this is a Hildoceras, possibly Perimatum. It's not the best of specimens. You've got a stagger in the keel. The preservation isn't brilliant. I'm not going to go any further with this. I'm just going to wait until we get the rest of the stuff roughed out and I'll come back to it. It's fairly rare ammonite, but the preservation on this one isn't brilliant. I might be able to clean in between these with the air abrasive now I've got rid of most of the matrix. Clean the outer keel up a bit. See if we can tidy it up quite a bit. Right, next up, what I believe is a Hildoceras. Not sure if that's all here actually. We'll pen a bit of this top off and see if it's complete. Well, it's looking like it is all there. Unusual colour, it's almost like you would expect it to be the internal cast. Where we're getting to now, it's getting into quite pyritic limestone, and the colour of the ammonite is changing to a deeper brown. I'll whip the cap, thin the cap right down, and then we'll find out. It's going to be close. There's a little bit missing there. This is, which way is that going? It's going that way, isn't it? So it might just be in. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, that's a surprise. It is all there, apart from this little bit of keel here, which is quite an easy repair. A Lusitanicum by the looks of it, to the mouth border. So we can put that to one side now and find something else tomorrow. I might just lower the matrix on this before we start something else. Quite a nice little oldie that.
I just picked this one up. You can see there is the remains of a little Hildoceras. So it's only little and it's not complete, but if it was a bit fatter I would probably give that a tap, but given it's so flat it won't bother. But there's a little bit of a boulder field here, look. Another nice devil's toenail. Again, I'm not collecting those today after the Arnie blocks, but at least it's good to see some fossils. Some slightly bigger rocks than we've been getting so far. But not many. It's running out already, that's a shame. I think I might be turning around shortly. So we've got this little gully here which is forming, and sometimes you can get some good finds in these gullies if it cuts low enough and exposes the rock fields, but it is looking like it's mainly sand so far. Oh, keep looking as per usual. Oh, some bigger rocks, and this one here looks interesting because there's some ribbing. So, could it have some more in it? I really can't tell. Could just be shells. Sometimes you get the blocks where there's just the odd Hildoceras in. Sometimes there can be quite a few. So let's see if we can split it. It is going. See if there's out in it. Looking at that, just shells. Bivalve shells. Oh, there we go. It's splitting quite nicely, which is good. There we go, in there. No ammonites, but a good little bit of Jurassic shell bed. Yeah, no ammonites in that one. Oh well, never mind. Woof. A little bit of clay washing out. Sometimes you do see the keels poking out the cliff, but not today. Right, I think this is about as far south as I want to go. Sorry, far north as I want to go, because looking at that, it looks like it's all sand. Very sandy. So that's Withensea over in the distance. But yeah, very, very sandy. So we're going to go and have a look back that way towards Dimlington. Just sort of give it a little go while the tide was still quite high. You never know. So yeah, head back along here. See if the tide has gone out enough to uncover any other bits, but really we're probably going to be walking a fair way before we find anything now. Right, seen something. This block here. Oh, ammonites. Is it a little Arnie block? Let's give it a wash. Just spotted that keel there. They look nice calcitic ones as well. Ooh, what are they? No. There's obviously a few in there, so I think we might be worth just taking that one and having a play. Maybe I should just give it a little tap and just see if there's definitely something in there worth taking, because otherwise they quite soon start getting heavy. Maybe I'll just give it a tiny little tap and just see if there's aught else in worthwhile. Just going to take it very gently and just see if I can knock a little bit off. There we go. Let's hope that's a good split. And some good ammonites in there. To be digging a hole. Doesn't look the best split in the world, to be honest. Nothing. That's interesting. Okay. It'll be like that. Sometimes all you can see is the ones that are on show. That's just popped out. It is an Arnie block. I can see the keel on that one that's popped out, so that was just the tiniest little bit there, look. Is there anything else? No. One nice full one would be good. No, nothing. I think there's nothing in this block other than what's on show. Oh dear. It's not good, is it? It was taking it back though if it is empty. Absolutely nothing. Oh wow. A tiny bit of a keel there, but oh no. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought this might be a good one. Actually, it's barren. Oh dear. It's not good at all. Oh well. Oh well, just goes to show, even when you think you've got a good one, you don't always. Absolutely nothing. No, that one wasn't preserved anyway. Wow. No, not a good one at all. Never mind. Right, well, at least we didn't send it off to prep and waste our money. So, see if you can find some better ones. Way it goes, unfortunately. Definitely receding at a good rate this tide. Let's hope there's going to be some nice boulder fields on shore. Right, we're back to the start now. That's the bunker there, and the stream. So I'm going to go the other way. You can see how much the cliffs have already gone out so far. So have you warmed up? Definitely, coat's come off. It seems to have dried up a bit, which is good, because it put it down for fairly dry. Even some sunshine today, and it's been pretty rainy, pretty much. So yeah, hopefully that's it for the rain, and now we can concentrate on finding some fossils, hopefully. Yeah, a few rocks showing now. So the tide has gone out quite quickly, and yeah, hopefully another hour or so we might start to see some boulder fields. I'm just tracking along this gully for now. You never know, it's a bit too close to the get down really for lots of finds, but you never know. Sometimes they can be right at the start. And there is at least some rocks to look through. A few shelly blocks, but nothing with keels poking out yet. Yeah. So far only that one block where the what you saw was what you got, and most of them were all worn. So I think it must have been an edge of a block. So, because there was nothing else inside it. So very strange. But it's the way it goes. Could have just stuck it in the bag and then taken it home, prepped it, and found nothing. Sometimes you've got to give them a tap on the beach just to see. If it had been packed, I would have just bagged it. Nothing in that one. Right, let's have a look towards the south.